What is the difference between the Islamic narration of the story of Abraham, peace be upon him, when God commanded him to slaughter his son Ishmael, and the Christian narration?
Certainly. Here's a comparison between the Islamic and Christian narratives of the story of Prophet Abraham and the sacrifice of his son. The story of Prophet Abraham and the sacrifice, Islamic versus Christian narratives. The story of Prophet Abraham, Ibrahim, and the sacrifice is a significant episode in both Islam and Christianity. However, the two faiths present different versions of the narrative, reflecting their unique theological and spiritual emphasis. In Islam, the story is primarily found in the Quran, Surah As-Safat, 37, 99-113. Abraham has a vision in which Allah commands him to sacrifice his son as a test of faith. While the Quran does not explicitly name the son, Islamic tradition identifies him as Ishmael, Ismail. Abraham shares the vision with Ishmael, who willingly agrees to submit to God's will. As Abraham prepares to carry out the command, Allah intervenes and provides a ram to be sacrificed instead. This event symbolizes submission, obedience, and unwavering trust in Allah, and it is commemorated annually by Muslims during Eid al-Adha. In Christianity, the story is found in the Bible, Genesis 22, 1-19. According to the biblical account, God commands Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. Abraham obediently prepares to carry out the command, but an angel of the Lord intervenes at the last moment, providing a ram as a substitute. In Christian theology, this story is often viewed as a foreshadowing of Jesus Christ's sacrifice for humanity's sins, emphasizing themes of faith, obedience, and divine redemption. The key differences lie in the identity of the son, Ishmael in Islam and Isaac in Christianity, and the theological implications. In Islam, the story highlights the submission of both Abraham and Ishmael to Allah's will, reinforcing the core Islamic principle of surrender to God. In Christianity, the narrative serves as a precursor to the concept of salvation through Jesus, focusing on God's love and the ultimate sacrifice. Despite these differences, both versions underscore profound themes of faith, obedience, and trust in God, showcasing Abraham as a model of devotion in both religions.
Did Abraham tell his son the truth in the Christian narrative of the story of Abraham and the sacrifice? Meaning, did he tell him that he was going to sacrifice him?
In the Christian narrative, as mentioned in the Bible, Genesis 22, 1-19, there is no clear or explicit indication that Abraham told his son Isaac that he was going to sacrifice him. The text focuses on Abraham's obedience to God's command, while portraying Isaac as acting without prior knowledge of his father's intentions. In the story, as they were on their way to the place of sacrifice, Isaac asked his father a question that suggests he was unaware of what was about to happen. Isaac spoke up and said to his father Abraham, "Father, the fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham replied, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." This response is understood either as a way to reassure Isaac or as an expression of Abraham's faith that God would intervene and provide a substitute. The biblical text does not record any dialogue between Abraham and Isaac when Isaac was placed on the altar, which may imply that Isaac was not fully aware that he was the intended sacrifice until the last moment. Unlike the Islamic narrative, which depicts Ishmael as being aware of the command and willingly consenting, the Christian narrative leaves the question open regarding Isaac's awareness of the events until the very end. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments.